Hey everybody, it's Mrs. T, and I wanted to talk to you today about reflection journal scores and quiz scores moving forward because we're at the midpoint of the semester, and that means that we're in week 8. We only have 16 weeks of the whole semester, so we have 8 more weeks left. And since our reflection journals are based on you picking 10 weeks during the 16-week term and completing a reflection journal about the lectures that you take notes on, we're at the point in the semester where some of you are almost finished because you've got 7 or 8 reflection journal scores already in the grade book, and you're only going to have to do a couple more between now and December when we get out for winter break. But some of you are in a situation where you only have 1 or 2 reflection journal scores, or 0, I hope not, but 1 or 2 reflection journal scores under your belt. And that means that if you want a decent score, like 80 out of 100, 90 out of 100, or hey, 100 out of 100, I hope that's your goal, then you're going to have to really pay attention and step up your game and start doing reflection journals more regularly. Because one thing that you're going to notice that's going to happen, that's a different thing, different experience than what's happened the first half of the semester, is if you skipped a reflection journal the first half of the semester, I did not record zeros in the grade book because you still had plenty of time to do 10 reflection journals, and so you didn't merit a 0 because you still had plenty of time to get 10 of the 16 reflection journals that you have an opportunity to do. But since we're at the midpoint, this is week 8, and counting this week, we only have 9 reflection journal opportunities left. So if you still haven't done any reflection journals, you're going to start seeing zeros posted for reflection journals, and they will not be dropped because you've already skipped your maximum 6 that you were allowed to skip. And if you want to start earning points for reflection journals, I want you to earn those points. Go to the Start Here module, look at the video that I posted from way back in August when semester began. Look at that video where I explain what they are. Look at the instructions that I've typed out and put there for you, and read that, and then begin this week, week 8, with submitting a reflection journal, following the instructions, submitting a reflection journal from the link that says Reflection Journal Submission Place in your weekly folder. Do it after you have taken notes on the lectures and before you take your quiz about those topics, because it'll just help you get higher scores on your quizzes. And so reflection journals are going to be graded in the same manner that they've always been graded since August. However, if you continue to skip some, you're going to start seeing zeros added to the grade book if you have not done enough to so far in order to be able to finish with a perfect score on that assignment for the semester. So if you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reflection journals already posted, you won't see those zeros unless you start skipping too many moving forward. But if you don't have any, or if you only have 1 or 2 so far, you've really got to be diligent and set a goal for yourself to just set aside some time, look at your weekly schedule each week, and make sure that you set aside some time to watch those lectures, take those notes, summarize those notes in a reflection journal, and get that submitted. I want you to get a high score on that assignment, and that's the way you do it. Okay, now let me talk about quizzes also. Quizzes are a little bit different than reflection journal because I encourage you to take as many quizzes as you possibly can this semester. We have 17 opportunities. There are 9 more opportunities for quizzes. I hope that you'll take as many of those as you possibly can. But some of you who have skipped some quizzes already have seen some drops. I'll drop scores. If you have skipped a quiz, you got a 0 for it, and I exempt those scores from your grade average because I'm going to drop 7 low scores anyway. And so for those of you who have already skipped quite a few quizzes, please make sure that you change your pattern for this last 8 weeks of class, and take those quizzes a little bit more regularly so that you end up at the end of the semester with 10 good scores that you're happy with, because I'm only going to use your 10 highest scores on your quizzes. So we have 9 more quizzes. There's plenty of opportunity to get 10 out of 10 on quizzes. That's what I want you to get, and I'll use your your 10 highest scores and drop the 7 low scores, but please just pay attention to that gradebook listing in Blackboard, because if you already have 5 or 6 quizzes that you've skipped and I've dropped those, you don't have very many more skip opportunities before some of those zeros, which I don't want to count in your final grade, but some of those zeros might start counting in your final grade if they start piling up for you. So please take as many quizzes as you possibly can. It always helps to do a reflection journal before you complete the quiz, because then the material's fresh on your mind, you've reviewed it, and you're going to have some multiple choice questions about that material. So yeah, do your reflection journal before that. Once you get 10 reflection journal scores, you can't earn extra credit for doing more. So you're just going to be able to be rewarded by not having that task anymore. You'll be able to put your feet up for 10 minutes, 15 minutes a week instead of typing at that computer for however long it used to take you to do your reflection journal. You'll be done if when you complete those 10 reflection journals. But please, please, please get busy doing that, because I don't like to leave zeros on your score, on your record, in the grade book, just because you skipped something. I don't like to do that, so please don't make me do that. Also, I will be posting your grade average in the portal in Workday by the end of the day tomorrow. Maybe today is when I will get it done. By the end of the day tomorrow for sure, I will have your grade averages posted in the portal, and it's going to include anything that you've got in my inbox by midnight tonight. So that's what it'll include. If you owe me a unit assignment from Unit 1, go ahead and get that into me so I can get that 0 off your record. It's going to make your average really low. And also Unit 2 assignment is open and ready for you right now. It's not due till next week, but please make sure that you have a look at that and get your notes in order and get questions to me if you have any, and I'll address those for you. And I think that's all the announcements that I have for you in this video. I hope that you will text me if you have any questions, and have a great week. We're getting a little bit of fall temperatures. I hope it goes down a little bit cooler. I'm wondering where fall is myself. So anyway, okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye.